Well, it's the Hawaii Sports Radio Network, Ku'ulei Agbayani, joined now by VP of Operations for Circus Sports, the one and only Mike Palm. Mike, thank you for making the time for us on this really busy time, really.
Well, it's a pleasure to be able to join you. I know our owner, Derek Stevens, has had the opportunity to talk with you, so I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, first things first, though, tell our audience a little bit about yourself as the VP of Operations and essentially living the good life and what you do over there at Circus Sports.
Yeah, I oversee for the 3 casinos all the gaming departments. So slots, table games, keno, and sports, amongst a few other departments like HR and security. And I've been with the company since 2006. Before that, I worked in the gaming industry since 1996. In the table games aspects, both in the Midwest and in Atlantic City before coming to Las Vegas. Before that, I was a teacher in a Catholic school in Iowa, in a K-8 school. So that's my background.
Awesome. From teaching all the way to running the casinos. That's awesome. That's living the dream. Well, going on right now are the Circus Sports Pro Football Contest with Circus Survivor. And today we're definitely wanting to dive into Circa Million. Just give us the gist of Circa Million and the huge prizes that people can have a chance to win.
Yeah, two different football contests. Both of them are $1,000 to buy into. The Circa Millions is a more traditional 5 games against the point spread every week. The lines come out 10 a.m. Pacific time on Thursday, and then you'll have till 4 p.m. on Saturday to get your picks in. Now, for those folks living in Hawaii or any other state outside of Nevada, there are proxy services that you can employ to put your picks in because of the Federal Wire Act. You can't put your picks in from out of the state of Nevada. So that person acts as your agent, and you pay them a fee, $200 to $300 generally. But with the Millions contest, there's a lot of ways to win. There's actually 126 different categories to win. There's the top 100 for the whole year. Mm-hmm. And then each quarter, there's the top 5 best scores, and then the worst score, the booby prize, and then an annual booby prize and second worst record. So the winner is guaranteed $1 million. And the quarters pay out $300,000 each. So a lot of people think, if I can just get hot for 4 or 5 weeks, I could win a quarter or finish in the top 5 and a quarter is a way to cash. The other contest is the Survivor, different concept, $1,000 entry as well. But you're just picking one team each week, and they just have to win the game. It doesn't matter about the point spread. But the catch is you can only use each team once. So you have to pick a different team each week. And it's like a last man standing. The field is so many people, and people get eliminated each week if their teams lose, and you want to be the last person standing. The first year, 35 people made it through the whole season without losing a game. They split a $2.3 million prize pool. Last year, 5 people got through undefeated. They split $6 million. And again, this year it's a $6 million guarantee. So the Millions and the Survivor, both $6 million guarantee. So even if we don't get 6,000 entries, then the owner, Derek Stevens, puts up the rest of the money. So there's what's called an overlay. In the Circa Survivor, you can get up to 6 entries. And in the Millions, you can buy up to 3 entries.
Yeah, and talk about the significance even more so about that overlay. Last I checked with the Circa Million, it's just over $3 million overlay right now. So why is that important, and why is that special really in pro football contest there in Vegas?
Yeah, poker players would understand this when there's money put in, not by the players. When the house puts the money in, there's EV, right? Value that's expected, positive EV for players to play. I mean, if we were giving out a prize pool of 10 people, but only 3 of us played, there's a positive EV because the other 7 are already gone, right? Mm-hmm. So it's only 3 of us to go. Right now, as of noon today, Pacific time, 3,500 in the Survivor. So we still have another 2,500 to go, 2,600 in the Millions. And there's right now it's exactly 10 days left. So we're halfway there of getting a little over 6,000 to our 12,000 that we need combined. But we've done that for 5 months now. We only have 10 days.
And of course, especially Hawaii people, we're on Hawaii time. So there's a lot of transplants living out there in Las Vegas. I'm sure they're all going to rush the book when the time gets closer, as September 10th is the final day to register. But also, if we get to that number needed and there's more, there's no rake. And that's another thing that's very cool and significant. And tell everyone about that.
Yeah, there's 100% payback. So let's say we get more than the 6,000 in the survivor, all the funds that come in get paid back out. We don't take any commission for the house. We just do this generally to introduce people to our brand and to get them excited about coming to Circa, to come to Las Vegas, experience the property, stadium swim, the world's largest sports book, the Legacy Lounge on top, all the great restaurants, and we hope we make a customer for life. Yeah, no rake for us. We don't make any money. In fact, it's a loser. Last year was $2 million in overlay and $1 million guarantee hit for a perfect record in the survivors. So we're probably looking at somewhere around a $1.5 to $2 million overlay again this year would be my prediction in the million side of it.
And I guess so people feel more confident. Derek Stevens did explain it a little bit, but just talk to, again, our people in Hawaii and maybe that are thinking it's a holiday weekend coming up. Maybe they're going to make that last trip to Vegas. How does the proxy service work in detail, and that it's legal so they don't have to worry? And how often do you see people play via proxy?
It's over 75% of our entries have a proxy. Even people that live in Nevada, you tend to have a proxy because either they're going to be out of state 1 week during the contest, or there's just somebody to remind them, hey, it's the deadline, you got to get your picks in, here's what you used already. It's sort of a little bit of an aid. There's probably close to a dozen proxy services, maybe 5 or 6 that are larger than others. It's really a growing industry, and they've updated and upgraded their technology. They set appointments for you. You can go online and research them. Call them or call Jeff Benson. He can give you the names of some of them, our sportsbook manager. You set an appointment, you come out and they sign you up. If you don't and you just come to the counter, there's generally 2 or 3 that are keeping, I call it office hours in the book. So there's somebody there. There's one of them that's actually downtown. Their staff is here 24 hours a day now through the end. So if somebody walks in at 2 a.m. and the sportsbook staff will say, hey, there's somebody here that needs a proxy, they'll come over and take care of you.
Right on it. And before we let you go, aside from the Circa contest and all the action going out there at Circa Sports, I just have to ask, because I'm curious, with the big week 1 of college football coming up, where's the action at?
No, unfortunately, it was all on Vanderbilt in the second half against your
oh man,
your Hawaii team playing. Where are they playing? In a high school stadium? What is that little
thing? It is our on-campus stadium that we had to kind of do last minute because the Aloha Stadium here that they played in for years and years was recently basically condemned and they can't play there anymore. So they had to build this stadium on campus, and they're going to look to expand to 17,000, excuse me, to be able to keep the D1 status. So we need to get a little bigger.
Why don't they play at St. Louis? St. Louis probably has a better facility than that.
Actually, no. St. Louis used to play their home games at Aloha Stadium also. Wow. So a lot of the schools play elsewhere. Yeah, it's crazy.
They should build like Bishop Gorman, and have a nice stadium like our Las Vegas Catholic school or that sure. North Shore team. What is it, Koloku? That's always good. Yeah, that team on the North Shore, that's the national power every year.
Yep, exactly. And Bishop Gorman, I believe, is playing St. Louis this Friday or this weekend. They're coming to town and playing. Boy. Yeah. So that's going to be a big game. And then also St. Louis, a couple of our schools here go and play the big high schools in California in Mater Dei and St. John Bosco. So, yep, big football community. And yeah, hopefully our Rainbow Warriors we can only go up from here.
Yeah, I had a lot of kids from Hawaii that used to work for me when I ran the poker room at Fitzgerald's years ago. They're from, Pearl City and Aiea, Waipahu, and all those places out there.
Hey, that's my hometown. I like how you said it. That's
the Marauders.
Yes. Wow, Mike Palm.
Yes.
Mike Palm, you learned a lot from our Hawaii people over here. When is the next time you're coming out?
I haven't been there in a few years. Got to make a trip soon. My wife just had a baby. She's 6 months old. So maybe when she's 2 or 3, so she can enjoy it. So now we got almost 7, almost 6 and a baby. So maybe in a couple of years.
Awesome. And then we're always out there at Circa. I mean, we're this close. I'm this close to coming out this weekend since it is a holiday, and hopefully other Hawaii people will join me to go enter in the Circa Million or Circa Survivor contest out there at Circa Sports. And we're excited, gearing up for college football season, and the NFL is almost here. next week. Hawaii people, do not wait. And all of your friends in Las Vegas, don't be on Hawaii time, because as Derek Stevens told us, there's going to be a mad rush basically next week. So it's better, the earlier the better, right, to enter.
It's bad. Next Saturday will be bad because the lines and everybody getting the cutoff. If you can get out here a little early, either this week or get out here Thursday or try to get it done Friday morning, it'll be better. It's going to be not only the NFL starting next weekend, but then the contest deadline ending. So, come downtown, see Circa, get some oxtail soup next door at the Cal or whatever. They got the food for you right here. I know Hawaii people love downtown, so.
Yes, of course. And Derek Stevens did tell us last week that if they catch him at one of the bars over there, he'll buy them around. So there you go. Even more so to go say hi.
There's good odds of that. He's always at the bars.
Right on. Well, I want to say thank you so much to Mike Palm, the VP of Operations for Circa Sports. Have a great rest of your week and kick off to football season.
Aloha.